hearty congratulations on your graduation from the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean. If you internalize the 2019 commencement ceremony theme, moving forward, seize every opportunity. Opportunities will emerge, and you must be ready to take advantage of those that can propel you to the next level of achievement. There may be failures along the way, but failures are the greatest teachers and should not deter you from using them positively as stepping stones. To our 2019 graduating class, I thank you for believing in the mission and the vision of the university and for choosing the university as a vehicle through which to accomplish your goals and objectives. I invite you to reflect upon your journey from enrollment at the UCC to commencement 2019. I also challenge you to recall your academic accomplishments, as well as the competencies acquired at UCC, and to allow the career paths that lie ahead to beckon you, to identify and seize every opportunity that emerges. You're not only moving forward from this university as graduates, you're also moving into the role of global brand ambassadors. And to execute this role effectively, I encourage you to display fervor, sincerity, and precision, remembering that you have the ability to influence every person with whom you interact. Fulfill your roles with authority while never taking it for granted, as you have the power to frame pathways for yourself and others. Today, we will also celebrate and honor Mrs. Dorothy Pine McClarty, OJ. We recognize her exemplary contribution to the Jamaican society, which will be summarized in our coming citation. The Chancellor and the Board of Directors will present to her a richly merited honorary doctorate in business administration as part of our Commencement 2019 ceremony. As you know, the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean is currently seeking institutional accreditation from the University Council of Jamaica. And our aspiration is to become the first private, non-affiliated institution of higher education in Jamaica, and to do so in early 2020. Meanwhile, the UCC has deepened its relationships with the University of London, the Commonwealth of Learning, and Florida International University. UCC is the only official affiliate institution of the University of London to offer a law program in Jamaica. Our most popular partnership is with the Commonwealth of Learning, a Canadian organization which licensed the UCC to deliver the Commonwealth Executive Master of Business Administration and the Commonwealth Executive Master of Public Administration, from which some of you are graduating today. Many of you are also familiar with the FIU's Professional MBA and the MSc in Engineering Management. Our newest partnership is with the UK-based University of Sunderland, with a focus upon programs that include a doctorate in business administration and a doctorate in professional studies. In due course, this partnership will also provide the opportunity for students to pursue the doctorate of philosophy. UCC has also continued to embrace its local partners, such as iCreate Institute, the fastest growing creative institution in Jamaica to date, with campuses in Kingston and Montego Bay, and training offices located in Florida. And the TGL School of Sales and Management, which offers 3 professional level certificates in sales management. As we celebrate UCC Commencement Ceremony 2019, I wish to thank families, friends, and all those who have come to share with you, our graduates, as you close one season of your life and begin the other. I recognize the media, whose members have been very gracious to us in supporting UCC's development and initiatives over the years. Let me also thank, on behalf of the Board of Directors, UCC's very dedicated family and staff, faculty and staff. Without all your efforts, hard work, determination, and focus, we will not be celebrating a combined 42 years of delivering quality education in Jamaica. Guardians, I urge you to strive for higher levels of success. And once again, warmly congratulate you on your achievement at UCC. Let me also pause for a moment to recognize the efforts of the UCC Academy under the ECAP program, as some associate degree students may in the future join UCC commencement ceremony as graduates. Are there any representatives of ECAP here? Could you just stand and be recognized? No ECAP representative? Well, we still recognize you. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me now in a rousing round of applause for the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean assembled guardians and newly minted brand noble officers. Thank you.
It is with great pleasure I invite the UCC President and Executive Chancellor, Professor Dennis Gale, to deliver his remarks.
UCC Group Executive Chairman, Dr. Winston Adams, JP. UCC Deputy Group Executive Chairman, Mrs. Geraldine Adams. Chairman and members of the UCC Board of Directors and the UCC Foundation Board. Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs, Professor Bernadette Warner. The Honorable Mrs. Dorothy Pine McClarty, OJ, honoree. Other members of the Platform Party, representatives from the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information, the University Council of Jamaica, and the Jamaica Tertiary Education Commission, members of the Diplomatic Corps, members of the media, distinguished guests, UCC faculty and staff, UCC graduates, family, and friends of the graduates. Good afternoon to you all. Good afternoon. In the course of your engagement as students with the rich teaching and learning environment provided by the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean, you have extended your general education, allowing you to better understand the world in which you live, the Caribbean region, and your country, as well as your knowledge and skills within selected disciplines, including engagement with abstract concepts and theories. You have learned to think critically, to seek required information, and to express your thoughts and feelings more clearly in speech and in writing. My comments this afternoon have to do with the value of education and the use that I encourage you to make of it. There is abundant evidence that higher education improves an individual's quality of life. Compared to high school graduates, university and college graduates tend to experience longer lifespans, better access to health care, greater job satisfaction, expanded lifetime earnings, economic security, and improved career prospects. They engage in more community service, display greater self-confidence, as well as higher levels of citizenship, including voting rates. University and college graduates also tend to demonstrate more interest in continuing education, as well as to participate more extensively in leisure and artistic activities, or to enjoy live performances that elicit a wide range of cognitive and emotive reactions. In a cumulative sense, higher education constitutes the intellectual motor that drives national, regional, and international economic growth and development, as well as what is called the Fourth Industrial Revolution, colloquially called the Internet of Things. The Fourth Industrial Revolution is driven by inclusive interconnectivity between Internet-enabled devices of all kinds, while also highlighting the need to develop digital forensics to tackle cybercrime. It is also expressed in terms of competencies related to artificial intelligence, robotics, nanotechnology, 3D printing, advanced manufacturing, big data analytics, quantum computing, biotechnology, human-machine cooperation and symbiosis, cloud computing, and hypersonics. If you're currently unfamiliar with some of these areas, recall the beginning of your freshman year, the topics to which you're introduced that then seemed most challenging, together with the differences in your understanding then and now. This revolution in knowledge underscores the imperative need for your commitment to formal or informal continuing education and lifelong learning. As Aristotle once commented, the educated differ from the uneducated as much as the living from the dead. You have perhaps encountered the old Chinese proverb, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. At UCC, we have sought to teach our students how to fish. There are several variants of this maxim, such as the saying of Kwang Chung, sow a seed once and reap a single harvest. Teach the people and you'll reap 100 harvests. Throughout your studies, UCC has also emphasized values such as transparency, integrity, teamwork, and the importance of individual responsibility. Illustrating the comment of Cecil Rhodes that to educate a man in mind and not in morals is to educate a menace to society. It is also worth recalling William Feather's observation that an education isn't how much you've committed to memory or even how much you know. It is being able to differentiate between what you know and what you don't know, and in knowing where to go to find out what you need to know and how to use the information secured. With these thoughts, I salute you, the assembled graduates of the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean, and I wish you all success in the professional lives that you will now begin or will continue on a different level. Please join me in a round of applause to the assembled graduates.
We are delighted to invite the representative from the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information, Dr. Tamika Benjamin, to bring remarks.
UCC Group Executive Chairman, Dr. Winston Adams. UCC Deputy Group Executive Chairman, Mrs. Geraldine Adams. Chairman and members of the UCC Board of Directors, President and Executive Chancellor, Professor Dennis Gale. Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs, Professor Bernadette Warner. The Honorable Mrs. Dorothy Pine McCarthy, OJ Honoree. Other members of the Platform Party. Representatives from the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information, the University Council of Jamaica, and the Jamaica Tertiary Education Commission. Members of the Diplomatic Corps, members of the media, distinguished guests, UCC faculty and staff, UCC graduates, family and friends of the graduates, good afternoon. I bring greetings on behalf of Minister Honorable Carl Samuda, Acting Permanent Secretary, Dr. Grace McLean, Acting Chief Education Officer, Mrs. Winnie Berry, and other members of staff of the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information. Occasions like these are important for us at the Ministry of Education. Higher education is a significant contributor to economic growth and development, as it is a vehicle through which a nation's most valuable natural resource, its people, develop the higher level knowledge, skills and competencies, and the ability to innovate, all of which are critical to enhancing our country's economic growth and development. As the Ministry of Education continues its efforts to develop and implement policy which will support the continued increase in the number of Jamaicans who access and successfully complete higher education programs, it lauds the efforts of public and private institutions such as the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean. These institutions continue to not only develop and implement programs which are designed to meet the emerging needs of our country, but they have implemented several innovations which have helped an increased number of Jamaicans access and successfully complete their respective programs of study. It is for this reason that I extend heartfelt congratulations to the leadership, faculty, and administrative staff of the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean for its innovation, commitment, and determination, which played a significant role in ensuring that today's graduates were successfully able to complete their studies. I also extend congratulations to you, the graduates. You have invested in yourselves, not just financially, but you have invested significant time and effort. I'm sure there were sleepless nights, long days, missed social and family events. And I can assure you that the sacrifices you have made will not be in vain. They instead have positioned you to take hold of the opportunities which will present themselves in the years to come. Education is a powerful tool which has the ability to transform lives and, by extension, to transform nations. As a granddaughter of a farm worker and farmer from Maryland and Hanover, I am but one living example of this. My grandparents, who only completed their primary education, ensured that every one of their 6 children completed their secondary education, with 5 moving to pursue and successfully complete tertiary studies. Today, their grandchildren and great-grandchildren have moved one step further, with most completing postgraduate degrees. The ripple effects of their sacrifices and focus on education are evident today in so many ways. It is for this reason that I can confidently say that in this room lies endless potential. The potential for continued personal and professional growth, within which is wrapped up the potential to change families, communities, organizations, this nation, and the world. As I reflect on this moment and on the theme for this afternoon, I encourage you not to consider today a full stop in the journey. Instead, consider it a comma, a pause, a time to catch your breath, bask in the moment, and a time to prepare for the next steps. I encourage you to indeed move on and seize every opportunity for good which is ahead of you. Do not be fearful, but remember, we are God's workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared beforehand that we should walk in them. And be reminded, for he knows the plans he has for you, the plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you hope and a bright future. Thank you.
The Jamaica Constabulary Force Band will now delight us with a special item.
Ladies and gentlemen, do join me in welcoming the UCC Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs, Professor Bernadette Warner, to present the candidate for the conferral of the honorary degree. She will be joined by Miss Alison Peart, who will deliver the citation.
UCC Group Executive Chairman, Dr. Winston Adams, JP. UCC Deputy Group Executive Chairman, Mrs. Geraldine Adams. Dr. Rickard Allen, Chairman. Mr. David Wan, and other members of the UCC Board of Directors, UCC President and Executive Chancellor, Professor Dennis Gale, the Honorable Mrs. Dorothy Pine McClarty, OJ, Honorary, other members of the Platform Party, representative from the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information, Dr. Tamika Benjamin, the University Council of Jamaica representative, and the Jamaica Tertiary Education Commission, members of the Diplomatic Corps, members of the media, distinguished guests, UCC faculty and staff, UCC graduates, family and friends of the graduates. The University of the Commonwealth Caribbean is pleased to present for conferral Honorable Mrs. Dorothy Pine McClarty, OJ, for the degree Doctor of Business Administration, honoris causa, in recognition of her sterling contribution as a distinguished attorney at law, the first female chairperson of the Electoral Council of Jamaica, and an outstanding citizen of Jamaica. Honorable Mrs. Dorothy Pine McClarty, please step forward. The citation will be read by Ms. Alison Pierce.
Citation to the Honorable Mrs. Dorothy Pine McClarty on the conferment of the title of Honorary Doctor of Business Administration by the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean. Service and duty do not have to be dull. Our honoree today has lived a life so rich and full, a life truly worthwhile, praiseworthy and great. This is our reason for showing you how much we appreciate you. The Honorable Mrs. Dorothy Pine McClarty, OJ, it is our distinct pleasure to honor you today in this way. A distinguished career, practicing law for 30 years and more, the first female partner at the law firm Myers Fletcher and Gordon, for sure. Now a consultant, you were the head of their property department as well. 3 years from 1992 to 95 was the duration of that spell. Then as managing partner in London from inception in 1995, admitted as a solicitor of the UK Supreme Court as soon as you arrived. While in London, Lady Dorothy was as busy as a bee, representing a Jamaican-born British boxer, Michael Watson, successfully, serving on boards including the Charities Evaluation Services Board of England and Wales, and the Jamaica Basic Schools Foundation UK Limited, which even now still prevails. This outstanding graduate of Ferncourt and St. Andrew High School for Girls was listed as the third richest Jamaican woman in 2018, according to Forbes and Bloomberg. Now a director of the Jamaican National Group for over 20 years. You also received your alma mater's Saint Award in 2015 to much accolades and cheers. Real joy comes not from ease or riches or the praises of people. It is clearly an inner drive to reach for the highest steeple. To serve on the Finance Committee of the great UTEC, the Honorable Mrs. Pine McClarty was a member who Chancellor Lord Bill Morris did select. Your reputation for integrity and unbiased legal advice saw you being elected as independent commissioner of the ECJ, but that didn't suffice. So you are now the first female chairperson of the Electoral Council of Jamaica, as legislation regarding campaign financing was introduced to make elections fairer. These acts resulted in you receiving the Gleaner Honor Award for public service in 2016, and the nation applauded with one accord. A great Jamaican icon who chairs the Access to Information Appeals Tribunal. In 2007,
you were conferred with the Order of Jamaica by our Governor General, an outstanding lady of impeccable style, class, and grace, an active Methodist who was honored by the Jamaica District for service in that space, married to your beloved Herman and a proud mother of two, Rachel and Matthew, on whom your exceptional qualities you have imbued. So, on this 21st day of July 2019, before all assembled here, the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean on you will confer and declare the richly merited title of Honorary Doctor of Business Administration, and pray God's richest blessings on you as you continue to build Jamaica, our great nation.
Thank you ever so much, Ms. Alison Peart. It is my pleasure now to invite the UCC Deputy Executive Chairman, Mrs. Geraldine Adams, and the UCC Deputy Registrar, Dr. Kadeen Duffus, to robe the candidate for the degree.
Ladies and gentlemen, President, Ladies and gentlemen, the President and Executive Chancellor will now confer the degree, Doctor of Business Administration, honoris causa.
Honorable Dorothy Pine McClatty, OJ, based on all that we have heard and all that we know, we consider you most deserving of this honor. Today, it is my pleasure to award you with this honorary doctoral degree. Through the powers vested in me by the Board of Directors of the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean, I now confer upon you the degree, Doctor of Business Administration, honoris causa, with all the rights, privileges, and honor thereto appertaining on this day, July 21, 2019.
Honorable Mrs. Dorothy Pine McClarty, it is our pleasure to request that you now address the 2019 UCC Commencement.
I almost didn't recognize myself. And I just want to clarify one or two things. I am rich in family, rich because of the organizations I've had the privilege of serving, and rich in spirit. Professor Dennis Gale, Dr. Winston Adams, Mrs. Geraldine Adams, Professor Warner, Mr. David Wan, the chairman and board members of the UCC, members of the diplomatic corps, other members of the platform party, faculty, and staff of the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean, representatives of the Ministry of Education, graduates, your parents, families, and friends, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, all. It is a privilege and a personal pleasure for me to join you all today as we pay tribute to the graduating class of 2019 and celebrate your splendid achievements. We do so because you are our hope and our future. Before I go any further, do not be disturbed by the volume of paper. After you get to a certain age, the print has to be enlarged. Indeed, this is a heartwarming occasion which I will savor for the rest of my life. And in all humility, I accept the tremendous honor of being included in the company of the distinguished former honorees of this esteemed university. Here's to the UCC. In turn, I must pay tribute to the many eminent colleagues, organizations, and entities which I have had the opportunity of being associated with throughout my life and career, and who have been instrumental in my own growth and helped mold me into the person I am today. My parents, my husband, who is ill and cannot be here today, my son and daughter, the Ferncourt and St. Andrew High Schools, the Jamaica Methodist District, Miles, Fletcher, and Gordon, attorneys at law, both here in Jamaica and the UK, the Jamaica National Group, both here in Jamaica and in London, the Electoral Commission of Jamaica, the International Women's Forum, Sir Optimist International of Jamaica, the Access to Information Tribunal, Lord Bill Morris, former Chancellor of UTEC. And as I pay tribute to you all, I pay tribute to those of the graduates who I understand are joining us as the function is being beamed live. Welcome to you all as well. Now, class of 2019, today is all about you as you embark on the next phase of your life's journey and seek to make a mark on the world. I want to share 5 important points of advice with you. 1, dream big. Today marks the culmination of the aid, encouragement, cooperation, inspiration, and moral stamina from the many stalwart and esteemed persons with whom you have associated through your lives, not least of whom are your families and members of faculty here at the UCC, and also the values and standards set by the university as you aspire to seize every opportunity. This day also coincides with the start of a new era of your lives and underscores the thrust and drive you need to tackle the years ahead and all that life holds for you with zest, energy, and confidence. With that in mind, set goals for yourself. Realistic goals, of course, and pursue them with happiness and vigor, reminding yourselves always that if it is to be, it is up to me. The tragedy of life does not lie in not reaching our goals. The tragedy of life lies in not having any goals. So write down your dreams and goals now. Statistics show that people who write their goals down are much more likely to achieve them. Write them down now. Look at them every day. Don't be afraid to change them as you grow, learn, and develop. But do not change them just because they are hard to achieve. My goal was to become an attorney at law, and my big dream was to study law in England. I will soon share with you how that all unfolded. The second point, hard work is the only way. The challenges will be there. Some will be great. Some will appear overwhelming. But remember, a challenge is just another name for opportunity. The sad truth is that the reason so many people don't recognize opportunity is that it looks like hard work. It was Theodore Roosevelt who said, "Fair and away, the best price that life offers is a chance to work hard at work that is worth doing." Remember my dream of going to London? Well, my father put an end to that, stating that there was no way his one daughter and only child was going to London on her own. I was shattered. This dream I had held so dearly for so long was gone just like that. I didn't give up though. In those days, there was no Norman Manley Law School. So I buried myself in my law books, usually on my own, with no classmates or teachers to turn to, as I did distance learning from England. I did this while working as an intern at the prestigious law firm Myers Fetcher and Gordon, where I was fortunate enough to be offered an internship. Let me get real with you. You will never achieve your dreams without hard work. And let me say that again. The only way to achieve your dreams is with hard work. That is the unquestionable truth. Accept it, embrace it, and if you do not, your unfulfilled dreams will become a source of disappointment and frustration. If you can't get everything done by waking up at 6 a.m., then wake up at 5 a.m. If that is not good enough, then get up at 4 a.m. That is what I had to do most of my life. Remember, the only place where success comes before work is in the dictionary. Got it? Okay. So seize opportunity, responsibility, and challenges with zest and enthusiasm. Never turn away a challenge to make yourselves and your country a better place. This is the only way you will know what you're truly capable of. Do not turn away from the hurdles of life. Don't shrink away from obstacles. Never say it can't be done. You have a tremendous responsibility, flying the flag of the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean, your university, which you have achieved through your hard work and commitment. And now, why not take a few minutes, seconds, to salute yourselves, class of 2019 graduates. Please stand together and give yourselves a resounding applause. Hello. No. And while you're at it, please also extend that applause for your family, your parents, and the faculty of the university. Thank you all. And now, part 3, be courageous. In life, you will come across people who will try to limit you with their negative words. They'll say you can't do it, you're too young, you're not smart enough, or you don't have enough money or connections. Do not listen to them. After God, the most important opinion in your life is your own. If you believe, clap if you want, yeah. If you believe you can achieve something and it is lawful and good, then don't let anybody stop you. You just need to have the courage to keep moving forward and challenge the status quo when necessary. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. The only thing worse than doing the wrong thing is doing nothing at all. I can remember being a young lawyer trying to find my niche in Myers Fletcher & Gordon. At that time, there were no female partners in the big firms. And there were senior men who told me I would never make partner as it just wasn't the right place for a woman. To make matters even worse, the law firm's insurance policy clearly stated it covered men only. Can you imagine that? I was shaken by their words and fearful that they were right, but I pressed on, working hard and praying just as hard, like my mother taught me. Eventually this paid off, and I was admitted to partnership and even became great friends with those who doubted me. Courage is so much stronger than doubt. It enables us to take a step forward and overcome challenges. And in the words of Nelson Mandela, who said, I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. And now, point 4. Run your own race. Be honest with yourself about where your passion lies and what your best talents are. And then use them to create opportunities for achievement. Seek advice from people who are doing the things you want to do. The best lawyer in the world cannot teach you how to do construction. The best hotel developer in the world cannot teach you how to build a software business. Don't be afraid to ask. Most successful people like to share advice. As I reflect on my own career, it is fortuitous that I did not like the cut and thrust of litigation and the court work. I instead focused on my conveyancing and property practice, also estates and trusts, and tackled them with 100% commitment and to the best of my ability. Who would have thought that exactly 25 years later, Myers Fletcher & Gordon would open a London office and that I would be selected to be its managing partner? My dream of studying law in London had become a completely unexpected reality in a different form. Chop yourself. So go there and do likewise. That's why I say to you graduates, run your own race. And remember that when one door closes, it is often because there is another, much better one waiting for you. As I say these things, I'm reminded of one of my favorite prayers taken from a poem called The Changed Cross. It represents a weary one who thought her cross was surely heavier than those of others. And she wished that she might choose another instead of hers. She slept, and in her dream, she was led to a place where many crosses lay, of different shapes and sizes. There was a little one, most beauteous to behold, set in jewels and gold. Ah, I can wear this in comfort, she said. So she took it up, put it on her weak frame, shook beneath it, as the jewels and gold were beautiful, but they were far too heavy for her. Next, she saw a lovely cross with fair flowers entwined around its sculpted form. Surely that was the one for her. She lifted it, but beneath the flowers were piercing thorns which tore her flesh. At last, as she went on searching, she came to a plain cross, without jewels, without carvings, with only a few words of love inscribed on it. She took it up, and it proved to be the best of all, easiest to be borne, and as she looked upon it, she recognized her own old cross. She found it again, and it was the best of all and the lightest for her. The lesson here, if you could try all the other crosses that we think lighter than our own, we would at last find that not one of them suited us as well as our own. Be like the little girl. Do the best with what you have, and that includes you gentlemen. And what I'm saying is, bloom wherever you're planted, whether here in this wonderful island of Jamaica or elsewhere in the world. May you have many tests in life and the courage to face each one head on, and come through wiser and more respected than before. Speaking of tests in life, it would be remiss of me not to encourage you all, on behalf of the Electoral Commission and the Electoral Office of Jamaica, to be good citizens and to exercise your democratic right to vote. Your vote is your voice. Do not become armchair or veranda critics. Do get involved. You all may be too young to remember Professor Carl Stone, one of Jamaica's renowned pollsters. He said, "The right to choose political leaders periodically and to exercise choice which faction of leaders should govern had become valued as a means by which ordinary citizens like us all exercise real power over the political community." And I'm going to leave that with you as food for thought. So if you haven't registered to vote, please get after it. And the fifth point, treat every day like a job interview. You're always being observed, whether you realize it or not. I didn't have social media when I was your age, but what I can tell you is, be very careful what you put out there to the world, because once it is out there, it's hard to take it back. And whether you realize it or not, potential employers do check your social media profile and presence. As you continue the struggle to achieve your hopes and aspirations, remember, hope is the music of the future. Let those around you see your spirit shine and radiate your goodness. your intellect, your enthusiasm, happiness, vigor, and most of all, your integrity. Never fall prey to the cause of the degenerate, the mean-spirited. And for goodness sake, remember that it is not all about the number of likes you get on Instagram. Remind me what my friend Chronix would say. Me do it for the love, me not do it for the likes. Repeat it for me now, repeat it for me. Right, the likes. Let integrity guide your moral and ethical compass and become the basis of what you are. One minute. We expect this integrity from our leaders, but we must demand it from ourselves also. Remember, no one can take your integrity from you. You and only you can give it away. Keep your own counsel. Carry yourself with humble confidence. Use the talents you have to the fullest. And at all times, be able to look yourselves in the mirror. And most importantly, recognize and be happy with the person you see. So, as the years go by, you will be able to say, in the words of Dr. Samuel Bassey, the great educator, I have to live with myself, and so I want to be fit for myself to know. I want to be able, as the years go by, always to look myself in the eye. I don't want to stand with the setting sun and hate myself for the things I have not done. And now, let us consider some ways and means of living a satisfying life and making wise decisions. 1, chase your goals, develop a passion for them. 2, define your core values. We all have things that make us happy. 3, stay upbeat and show appreciation. Indeed, you might say that appreciation is one of the highest forms of love. And of course, gratitude is a must, right? Improve the quality of your downtime. 10 years I would say, get beyond the television. Now I say, leave the smartphone behind now and then. I should have told myself that because I have mine in my bag here with me. But anyhow, give of yourself and your time generously. As you give, you grow. It makes you feel good about yourself. And when you feel good about yourself, you do better in all aspects of life. Some of my best business contacts and opportunities have come from people I have met through giving of my time to stakeholders in this society, such as the church, service clubs, charitable causes, business associations, and citizens groups. 6, face reality with a positive attitude. You may have just blown a big job interview, or your best friend is dating your ex. Take control of yourself. Do not let complacency take over. 7, and most important, life is short. Have some fun, so try to enjoy it. And in closing, I'm not going to wish you all smooth sailing in your endeavors. Instead, I would like to wish for you all the courage, the fortitude, and foresight to both endure and prosper, not just in good times, but in hard times as well. Thank you for allowing me to share your special day. I salute and every one of you, and wish for you my fondest hopes for your happiness and immense success in all that you do. Finally, I share with you some words I have lived by, adapted from the Athenian Ephebic Oath. And I implore you all to promote civility among all people and to fight all your lives to uphold your ideals and principles. Thus, in all these ways, like the Athenian youth, you will transmit this country, Jamaica, not only not less, but greater, better, and more beautiful than it was transmitted to you. God bless you all. Congratulations again.
Honorable Dr. Dorothy Pine McClarty. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Kevin Powell, who will sing a medley of inspirational songs. During this tribute, presentations will be made to Honorable Dr. Dorothy Pine McClarty by Deputy Executive Chairman, Mrs. Geraldine Adams. Dr. Tamika Benjamin by Mrs. Anna Peralta. To Professor Errol Morrison by Mrs. Andrea Reid. Dr. Damian Black by Mrs. Marva McPherson. And Miss Allison Peart by Mrs. Jennifer Walker Brown.
Graduating class of 2019, how are you feeling? Yes, sir. This song is for you. We're going to enjoy ourselves with this song. Sing if you want to, but we're going to have some fun right now, okay? Yeah. Come on now. All right, Miguel, take time. When I look at where I'm coming from, I know I'm blessed, so I close my eyes and smile. Sometimes it feels like the richest man in Babylon, but I've done my best, so everything's all right inside. Oh, every morning, I rise and stare at the sun. I know it is a blessing, so when the evening comes, I lift up my hands to the hills. I'm blessed, oh man, with my hands in the air as far as I can. I can, yeah, with my two hands in the air as far as I can. Stare at the sun. I know it is a blessing. Somewhere the evening comes, I lift up my hands to the hills. I'm blessed, oh man. Give me now. So as part of the plan, you feel have ambition. Almighty God, you man the foundation. Don't get rich and switch, that's definitely wrong. Don't forget your friends and where you come from. If you a thief, remember God not sleep. You rob a man and then get well last week. Laugh out the street, the beaten go and sleep. God him a watch and you know him a seat. Oh, every morning I rise and stare at the sun. I know it is a blessing, so when the evening comes, I lift up my hands to the hills. I'm blessed, oh man, with with my two hands in the air. Come on, UCC. Oh, 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 I can hear. Oh, 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 as far as I can. Oh, 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 oh. John, with this. So yes, we made it out of the ghetto. Believe in your dreams, believe you me, don't let go. Now we're living it up. We're having a good time, baby. I was born downtown of the ghetto dream, now ain't that crazy? Say we're living it up out of the ghetto. Believe in your dreams, believe you me, don't let go. Now we're living it up, having a good time, baby. I was born downtown of the ghetto dream, now ain't your time. As far as come on, let's stand with me. Come on, graduating class of 2019. With my two hands in the air, as far as I can. As far as I can. With my two hands in the air, as far as I can. Two hands in the air as far as I can. Oh, every morning I rise and stare at the sun. I know it is a blessing. Yeah. Lift up my hands to the hills, I'm blessed, oh man. Ease out. That's it. Congrats.
The lecturer, the graduand, and now the performer. I now invite the Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs, Professor Bernadette Warner, to present the graduating class of 2019.
Chancellor, I now present 390 candidates who are eligible for degrees from the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean. According to records presented to me, each of these candidates has satisfied the prescribed requirements for one of our programs of study and is today eligible to receive a degree from this institution. The candidates will be presented by program in the following order. For the degrees of the Commonwealth Executive Master of Business Administration and of Public Administration. For the degrees from the School of Business and Management. For degrees from the School of Technology and Mathematics, for degrees from the School of Humanities and Law.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you remain seated during this section of the ceremony. An official photographer is here to take a picture of each graduand, and the photographs will be provided by the institution as agreed.
Chancellor, I present from the College of Graduate Studies 32 candidates, 31 of whom have satisfied the requirements and are today eligible to receive Commonwealth Executive Master of Business Administration. One who satisfied the requirements and today receive the Commonwealth Executive Master of Public Administration. May I invite the candidates for the Commonwealth Executive Masters Business Administration and the Commonwealth Executive Master of Public Administration to approach the platform.
Kevin Donald Powell. Dion Antoinette Myrie. Dion Nicole Mahoney Moore. Mark Anthony Phillips. David George Francis. Roderick Rowan Biles. Ransford Ricardo Sherwood. Georgia Elaine Brown Campbell. Waveney Walfall. Rowena Robinson. Benjamin Lassell Wasom. Roy Benjamin Reynolds. Claude O'Meal Service. Bashava Jafia Jacolia Burley. Michael Everton Leslie. Karan Marlene Adams. Deidre Ann Michelle Dennis. Phanesia Marshagay Crossley. Nicholas Troy Ogilvy. Sekou Aisha Thomas. Andre Lawrence Wallace. Rainford Anthony Wint. Shireen Angela Miller. Josette Jorna Dury. Sean Orlando Martin. Charmaine Anita Prowl. Wendy Winsome McGew. Orville Christopher Gordon. Sandra Alicia Samuels. Kenisha Latoya Horn. Tracy-Ann Fiamma Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, I invite a round of applause for the candidates for master's degrees. Please be seated.
Chancellor, I present from the School of Business and Management 310 candidates who have satisfied the requirements and are today eligible to receive bachelor's and associate's degrees as well as diplomas. 119 have satisfied the requirements for the Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. 1 for the Bachelor of Science in Business Administration with a major in Financial Management. 10 for the Bachelor of Science in Business Administration with a major in Accounting and Financial Management. 8 for the Bachelor of Science in Business Administration with a major in Accounting. 1 for the Bachelor of Science in Logistics and Operations Management. 3 for the Bachelor of Science in Production Operations Management. 2 for the Bachelor of Science in Business Administration with a major in Information Systems Management. 75 for the Bachelor of Science in Human Resource Management. 31 for the Bachelor of Science in Marketing. 5 for the Bachelor of Science in Tourism and Hospitality Management.
51 have satisfied the requirements for the Associate of Science in Business Administration. 1, the Associate of Science in Production and Operations Management. 2, the Associate of Science in Tourism and Hospitality Management.
May I invite the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree from the School of Business and Management to approach the platform.
Aishika Perietta Burke. Sophia Elaine Christie. Karen Marie Dunn Norton. Sasheen Tracy Ann Miller. Davina Alicia Baker. Kalila Raquel Francis. Emma Ruth Logan. Christina Justina Farquharson. Yvonne Rosemary Redley. Juliana Dacre, magna cum laude. Kimon Leiber. Shari Shamara Ramsey. Sashika Deline Wright. Natalie Carrion Smith-White. Shika Johnson. Kendra Kadeen Johnson. Yvette Arlene Duhaney. Nicole Crawford Brown. Odette Anne-Marie Lord MacLeod. Shauna Antoinette Clark. Dania Annalie Lorian Robinson. Tiffany Williams. Claudine Delphia Mills Walters. Owen Damar Duncan. Sophia Veronica Stewartson. Shantoy Chanel Powell Miller. Tashima Marvet Hoylett. Sashana Tamika Trisha Francis. Shania Tashimia Walker Greyhound. Retinala Irona Gibbs. Marilyn Roberta Spence. Monique Renee Barrett. Orlando Osvaldez Samuels. Carlene Brown. Lamicia Brown Caridon. Everton Everett Facey. Cadian Line, magna cum laude. Shanette Aldina McLeod Johnson. Melissa Suzette Mullings. Shakira Felicia Adams. Shanika Tashia Elizabeth Anderson. Julia Anika Ellis. Angela Sophia Dixon Barrett. Tamara Cicely Lafayette. Marika Tanisha Morgan. Ricardo Rupert Williams. Rochelle Ann Swaby. Marinette Estina Erskine. Chantel Latoya Chisholm. Chantal Cornelia Petergay White. Karen Julian Dillon. Pauline Shanique McLennan. Sasha Gay Edwards. Kamisha Natalia Jackson. Latoya Samantha Walker. Dimitri Kimayo Spalding. Stephanie Theresa Bennett. Tresan Gabina Thompson, magna cum laude. Mario Christopher Lamon. Othniel McCroy Campbell. Natasha Antoinette Smith. Nicolette Yulie Davis. Serena Maya Thompson. Sanique Monique Brown. Shawnette Shadia Smith. Bridget Agatha Russell. Sharona Anita Thompson Findlay. Shanna Sutherland. Angela Louise Findlay Burton. Simone Samantha Brown. Monique R. Bartley. Anella Janine McKenzie. Mentoya Sandion Hales. Fiona Felicia Ricketts. Sasha Chantel Manning. Talika Cassandra Bandu Myrie. Sheldon Mohammed Almond. Anne-Marie Mosley. Nakisha Angela Boswell. Brenda Patricia Williams. Trisha Latoya Redwood. Trisha Latoya Redwood. Kirk Anthony McCain. Nathan Rostoria Hamilton. Monique Stephanie Walker. Diane Lisbeth Rooms Henry, magna cum laude. Class Merle Stacey Spalding. Rosalie Walker Thomas. Romaine Butler. Sylvester Rayon McNeil Bogle. Trudy Nikita Winter. Mario Angelo Thomas. Vandana Anake Reed. Theo South. Sheena Nicola Salmon. Tanya Tiffany Harriott. Peter Gay Perkins. Natoya Tamara Willis Dixon, magna cum laude. Claudette Rosemary Barrett Smith. Seymour Anthony Branford. Rashima Petergay Jackson. Latina Hostina Faulkner. Marcia Nicole Campbell. Christine Marie O'Connor Betty. Trudian Tamara Fullerton. Alison Elaine Ibanks. Kemal Tamoy Groves. Vernica Robinson. Judith Marcia White. Tatiana Rosalie Hutchinson. Kenisha Celia Edwards. Napier Williams McCleary. Melissa Sashalin Bailey. Larenson Maurice Richards. Monique Renee Hamill. Camelia Nicola Black. Therese Flona Lewis White. Tanisha Sasha Gay Brown. Rodine and Alicia Lynch. Euphema McMorris Francis. St. Bernard Lenworth Harrison. Benicia Samantha Rhoda Nelson. Anne-Marie Sandrine Natalie Doar. Nicola Mikisha McLeish. Donna Marie Dixon. Trisha Ann Smith. Cadiz Camille Thomas. Chanel Cherie Stewart. Shanice Terrian Walker. Crystal Amanda Anderson. Ricardo Hemmings. Sarah Abigail Bright Lynch. Dainty Anne-Marie Wickham. Tamika Anne-Marie Hunter. Fiona Natasha Lawrence. Kenneth Nathaniel Gordon. Simone Alicia Hall. Jason O'Neill Young. Lloyd George Brady. Julian Kira McEwen. Tamisha Tavida Thompson Freeman. Alicia Tamika Harris. Carla Thomas. Kadish Natoya Wallace. Kadian Crystal Lawrence. Anne-Marie Watson. Cassandra Latoya Grant. Miguel O'Dane Demetrius. Nicole Karen McCullough. Shade Jodian Smith. Magna cum laude. Kalu Pinnock. Rosalind May Haight, Jackson Henry. Nerissa Joy Pickersgill Hines. Tasha Sewell. Janet Susanna Ray. Charmaine Alicia Bartley. Sharmonique Lovell Stewart. Peter Aseneth Tarilong. Kellyanne Natanya York. Chevelle Samantha Gay Codlin. Sutana Hemans. Shalise Samantha Richards. Amoy Onida Horton. Nordia Natanya Henry Willis. Jody and Camille Beckford. Simone Yolanda Brown Thomas. Andreen Andrea Wilson. Rashida Bignell. Andrea Shanette Shand McPherson. Merdine Jessica Grayson. Cherise Unique Yolanda Hibbert. Trudian, my apologies, Keshari Dixon, Keshani Dixon, Trudian Sutania Davis, magna cum laude. Melanie Melissa Forbes. Leon Jason Crooks, magna cum laude. Joel Weston Welch. Yvonne Rosemary Roden. Grace Ann Marie Russell. Raheem Lane Morley. Denise Gloria Romania. Angela Rosemary Clark Williams. Jermaine Anthony Roberts. Danielle Marie Heather Samuda. Ladies and gentlemen, I invite a round of applause for the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degrees from the School of Business and Management. Please be seated.
May I invite candidates for the Associate of Science degrees from the School of Business and Management to stand and approach the platform. All associate degree candidates from other schools as well. It appears that the associate degree candidates came up already. A big round of applause for all candidates.
Chancellor, I present from the School of Technology and Mathematics 42 candidates who have satisfied the requirements and are eligible to receive the bachelor's and associate degree. 36 have satisfied the requirement for the Bachelor's of Science in Information Technology. 6 have satisfied the requirements for the Associate of Science in Management Information Systems. May I invite the candidates for the Bachelor's of Science degree from the School of Technology and Mathematics to approach the platform, followed by the candidates for the Associate of Science degree from the School of Technology and Mathematics.
Marco Jason Jibison. Chad Andrew Peter Spencer. Rochella Marsha James. Jodianne Alicia Allen. Caritha Shanake Matthews. Colette Ann Hibbert. Shanae Felicia Beckford. Cora Victoria Dawkins. Maurice Anthony Hines, magna cum laude. Trina Rochelle Blake, magna cum laude. Frusana Reed. Excuse me, Vanessa Frusana Reed, cum laude. Jodianne Monique Bailey. Kason Mario Thompson. Everton Scale, summa cum laude. Jesse Miguel Thompson. Brinjai St. Christopher Ricketts. Nashu Raymore Lever. Alpheus Wright. Javon Alistair Bailey. Jessica Tamara Campbell. Trudianne Kimberly Lewis. Ladies and gentlemen, I invite a round of applause for the candidates of Bachelors of Science as well as Associate Science degrees.
Chancellor, I present from the School of Humanities and Law 7 candidates who have satisfied the requirements and are eligible to receive the bachelor's degree. 3 have satisfied the requirements for the Bachelor of Science degree in Applied Psychology, and 4 have satisfied the requirements for the Bachelor of Science in Social Work. May I invite the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Applied Psychology and the Bachelor of Science degree in Social Work from the School of Humanities and Law to approach the platform, please.
Antoinette Kadian Weber. Nikisha Yannick Johnson. Janelle Tanaj Young. Ashley Morrison. Nishalan Janelle Monique Richards, magna cum laude. Lycia Althea Delisser, magna cum laude. Maureen Dudley Neal. Ladies and gentlemen, I invite a round of applause for the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degrees. Please be seated. I now invite the UCC Chancellor, Professor Dennis Gale, to confer the degrees for which you have been presented.
I invite graduates for the master's, bachelor's, and associate degrees to stand now. Through the powers vested in me by the Board of Directors of the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean as Chancellor, the authority of the Commonwealth of Learning, and of the University Council of Jamaica, I now confer upon each of you the degree for which you have been presented. I congratulate you and ask that you now shift your tassels to the left. Thank you. My hearty and warm congratulations. You may be seated.
We are pleased to welcome Miss Camelia Candy Isaacs to present a special musical tribute to the graduating class of 2019.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and congratulations to the graduating class of 2019. Yeah, man, and you guys can clap. And all the best in your endeavors. And now the end is near. I must face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it's clear and state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's few. I've traveled each and every highway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do and saw it through with no exemption. I've planned each started course, each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Yes, there are times I'm sure you knew when I bit off more than I could chew, and through it all, where there was doubt, I ate it up and hit it out. I stand it all. I stood real tall and did it my way. I've loved, I've laughed, I've cried, I've had my fill, my share of losing, and now, as tears subside, I find it all so amusing. You see, to think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. Oh no, not me. I did it my way. For what is a man? What has he got? today and watching you all receiving your, yes, I said watching. You're looking nice though. Watching you all receiving your different degrees and all, it just brings me back to when I was at Edna Manley College. I mean, I had my bittersweet moments. I'm sure you guys had your moments, right? When you just feel like you can't bother. And you just feel like, I think I'm gonna give up now. This school thing is not for me. I've been there. And you know when it gets hard? When you reach almost to the end. Yes! And today, you have reached that moment in time. Just like I did to stand before you as the first visually impaired person in Jamaica and the Caribbean to graduate with a degree from the Edna Manley College. This is your moment. Seize it. It's all yours. Each day I live, I want to be a day to give the best of me. I'm only one, but not alone. My finest day is yet unknown. I broke my heart, fought every gain to taste the sweet. I faced the pain, I rise and fall, yet through it all, this much remains. I want one moment in time when I'm more than I thought I could be. When all of my dreams are a heartbeat away and the answers are all up to me. Give me one moment in time when I'm racing with destiny. Then in that one moment of time, I will feel eternity. Yeah. I live to be the very best. I want it all. No time for less. I've made the plans. Now lay the chance here in my hands. Give me one moment in time when I'm more than I thought I could be. When all of my dreams are a heartbeat away and the answers are all up to me. Give me more time, and God bless you.
Miss Camelia Isaacs, we thank you so much for gracing us with those beautiful renditions. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give her another round of applause. Congratulations, graduates. To speak on behalf of the graduating class 2019, we invite Mr. Everton Scale to deliver the valedictorian address.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. UCC Group Executive Chairman, Dr. Winston Adams, JP. UCC Deputy Group Executive Chairman, Mrs. Geraldine Adams. Chairman and members of the UCC Board of Directors and UCC Foundation Board. UCC President and Executive Chancellor, Professor Dennis Gale. Executive Vice President for the Academic Affairs, Professor Bernadette Warner, the Honorable Mrs. Dorothy Pine McClarty, Honoree, other members of the Platform Party, representatives from the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information, the University Council of Jamaica, and the Jamaica Tertiary Education Commission, members of the Diplomatic Corps, members of the media, distinguished guests, UCC faculty and staff, UCC graduates, family and friends of the graduates. As I stand here today, July 21st, 2019, looking at everyone in this room, the one thought that reverberates in my mind, finally. A sentiment I'm sure is shared by most, if not all of my fellow graduates this evening. Reggae Grammy-winning artist Damian Jr. Gong Marley, in his song titled The Mission, quoted Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verses 11, which states, "The race is not just for the swift, but for those who can endure." For the graduating class of 2019, I can safely say our endurance was most certainly put to the test. My personal experience was that of the long, tiring trips to Kingston from Clarendon, leaving work at 4 p.m. 3 days a week in order to arrive at Oxford or Worthington in time for classes. It didn't end there, as after classes I then have to face the harsh realities of the return leg home. The traffic, and bear in mind, Kingston traffic is not normal people traffic. Worse, if it's raining, you can consider yourself stuck. These challenges, however, only contributed to making the fruits of our labor that much sweeter. We were motivated and we were determined, not just by ourselves, but also by our families and friends. For me, undoubtedly my greatest source of motivation has been my mother, who has not only sacrificed a great deal for me, but has never ceased to see my potential, even when I did not see it in myself. Personally, it's a great honor to have her here, celebrating this milestone with me, as during my final semester, my mother took ill and had to undergo an emergency operation. Now imagine me at that moment, being an only child. I'm not spoiled, but having to balance this situation coupled with work and school. Nevertheless, I can safely say that, Mom, we both pulled through for the best. To my mother and every other mother, father, spouse, brother, sister, and to all other support systems, without whom we may not even be here today, I want to extend a big thank you. But seriously, guys, this particular moment in time is ours. It's our reward for the hard work, the sleepless nights, the Hackling Group projects, and for us IT students, it's our reward for constantly sifting through numerous lines of code at 3 in the morning, trying to find that one semicolon that's causing our program not to work. However, in a nutshell, we came, we saw, and we conquered. Having started in 2014, looking back at all the obstacles faced, I'm sure you can agree that this journey has been nothing short of memorable. My ID number, 2014-1502, has been permanently ingrained in my head, along with the examination rules and the famous statement, all pens down, please. Stop all writing. Also, who could forget that nerve-wracking experience of applied research? Ask any graduate here today, how did you feel on presentation day? My response, now I know why it's recommended that applied research only be done on its own. Do you remember when UCC stood for University College of the Caribbean? Well, like everything else, the institution evolved, rebranding and renaming itself the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean. And with further enforcement of its vision and mission, we are here today as the proud 2019 graduating class of this noble institution. But none of this would be possible if it weren't for the devoted lecturers and staff of the UCC, sharing with us their wealth of knowledge and experience in their respective fields, and providing us with the hands-on and real-world experience possible within a comfortable learning environment. With that being said, have you seen our new state-of-the-art 3-story building? Not to mention that relaxing waterfall out in the lobby. Speaking on behalf of my fellow graduates, gratitude is a must. Each graduate here today is dynamic, each from different walks of life with a different story to share. On this journey, we've faced obstacles. We've had our moments of, I can't bother, or I just want done. Though this is so, we persevered, we held our own, and today we are here, united, celebrating this amazing achievement. Throughout our journey, we met people with whom we not only formed groups, but forged lifelong friendships. Friendships that had aided in accomplishing this tremendous feat. With that being said, I would like to acknowledge Trina, Cora, Vanessa, Andre, Jody, and Martin. The work was hard, but your company made it more surmountable. Today, guys, we've written our names in UCC's history. This prominent institution has provided us with the knowledge, resources, and attributes necessary for us to effectively function in the world, to become leaders, innovators, and game changers. As we leave here today, the 2019 graduates of the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean, we pave the way for others to come, creating a legacy for which they will be required to follow. In closing, ladies and gentlemen, I say this. Everyone has dreams and goals that they've set out to accomplish in life. The question is, how many of us are actually willing to do what it takes? How many of us are willing to make that sacrifice? If you are, famous author Robert Kiyosaki stated, the size of your success is measured by the strength of your desire. My fellow graduates, as we set our sights on new missions, I implore you to be hungry for success. And remember, in everything you do, you go hard or you go home. I thank you.
It is my pleasure to invite on stage Mr. Barrington Miller, President of the Kiwanis Club of North St. Andrew, to receive the UCC Humanitarian Leadership Award 2019 on behalf of the club. We are also pleased to invite Lieutenant Governor, Mrs. Pamela Rodney White of the Kiwanis Division 23 East to receive the UCC Excellence in Community Service Award for 2019. Will focus on persons with disabilities on behalf of the division. I am also glad to welcome on stage Mr. Rainford Wint, who will read the citation, following which the presentation of the awards will be made by Dr. Rickard Allen, Chairman of the UCC Board of Directors, and Mr. David Wan, UCC Board Member and Group Finance Director.
Good afternoon. The University of the Commonwealth Caribbean, UCC, is pleased to recognize and award the Kiwanis Club of North St. Andrew, Jamaica. As the 2019 recipient of the UCC Humanitarian Leadership Award, the organization is one that inspires and facilitates learning, contributes to the development of children and youth, advocates for the proper management of the effects of environmental change, and focuses on humanitarian and spiritual values. The Kiwanis Club of North St. Andrew, an all-male service club founded on March 22, 1974, is a member of Kiwanis International, a global organization of member volunteers who give more than 6 million hours and more than US 100 million each year to help change the world, one child and one community at a time. The club partners with other entities to help improve Jamaica's capacity to cope with climate change. Club members also devote themselves to volunteering in ways that represent good corporate citizenship through projects that touch and enrich the lives of others, in particular our children and youth. Towards the fulfillment of these two main mandates, the Kiwanis Club of North St. Andrew launched several recent programs that have benefited the Jamaican society in general through their input on groups of Jamaican children and youth. In particular, three of these initiatives are the club's Early Literacy Children Initiative, Climate Change and Disaster Mitigation Sensitization Project in schools, and their 450 in 45 days book collection drive. In October 2018, the club, under the distinguished leadership of its president, Mr. Barrington Miller, started the Early Literacy Initiative, a program geared towards the development of physical, mental, intellectual, and spiritual health of children. This program provides positive learning experiences for basic school children in high-crime, low-income areas that encourage them to stay in school. The Early Literacy Initiative has given educational books to 2 Early Learning Initiative schools and 20 Early Childhood Commission Monitor schools. Members of the club have read to hundreds of students as they alternate reading visits among several schools each month. Also in 2018, the club launched another initiative that has made a positive impact on children and young people, and through them and other individuals and communities in Jamaica. This program is executed through Kiwanis-sponsored service clubs in schools, namely the Builders in primary schools, the Key clubs in high schools, and the Circle K in colleges. Students in these clubs earn the respect of their peers, become role models through the opportunities they are given to serve, build character, and develop leadership in the Climate Change and Disaster Mitigation Sensitization Project. To celebrate its 45th anniversary earlier this year, the Kiwanis Club of North St. Andrew launched the 450 in 45 days book collection drive. This program is another initiative aimed at supporting children at the early childhood level to improve their literacy by providing greater access to textbooks and facilitating the development of their learning skills. The University of the Commonwealth Caribbean proudly presents the 2019 Humanitarian Leadership Award to the Kiwanis Club of North St. Andrew, Jamaica. Additionally, the UCC Excellence in Community Service Award. The University of the Commonwealth Caribbean, UCC, acknowledges the work of organizations within Jamaica, especially those that impact the life of underserved population through community engagement. This year, UCC is recognizing Kiwanis Division 23 East, which consists of 22 clubs in Jamaica, which is a part of the wider Kiwanis International Organization. Kiwanis Division 23 East is led by Lieutenant Governor Camilla Rodney White. The division has dedicated to improve the life of Jamaicans, one community at a time. Since being established some 56 years ago, the continued dedication and selfless concern for the well-being of others have led members of the division to develop a relationship with one of the most vulnerable groups in our society, persons living with disabilities. Under the leadership of Lieutenant Governor Pamela Rodney White, Division 23 East has effectively enhanced its profile during the past 293 days through successful advocacy, as well as continued support and mentoring of persons living with physical and mental disabilities. Kiwanis Division 23 East has successfully established a food bank at the Abilities Foundation specifically for persons with disabilities, procured a large quantity of toys from Florida and distributed them to 6 institutions that provide services to children with disability, provided a scholarship for training at the Abilities Foundation, provided financial support to the Jamaica Society for the Blind, and hosted a sports day in collaboration with Special Olympics Jamaica under the theme Fun in Action. Kiwanis Division 23 East has brought greater awareness to the members and the wider society about the issues affecting the disabled community. Each club in this division has executed its own project and has in some way impacted the life of many living with a disability. The group of volunteers in the division has built a framework for helping others, specifically persons living with disabilities, and has cemented a lasting legacy among its members and the communities it serves. The University of the Commonwealth Caribbean proudly presents to the 2019 UCC Excellence in Community Service Award to Kiwanis Division 23 East of the Eastern Canada and Caribbean District for its distinguished service to the underserved population of Jamaica, specifically those living with disabilities. Kiwanis 23 East, the University President, Executive Chancellor, and the Board of Directors implore you to continue being a champion for persons living with disabilities.
Ladies and gentlemen, our heartiest congratulations to the Kiwanis Club of North St. Andrew upon receiving the UCC Humanitarian Leadership Award 2019, and to the Kiwanis Division 23rd East upon receiving the UCC Excellence in Community Service Award for 2019. Could we give him a round of applause?
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, graduates, parents, spouses, and children, UCC administrators, faculty, staff, students, and well-wishers, we thank you for your participation and presence at today's commencement, and may God bless you all.
The Executive Chancellor's Party will now depart, and then we will have the recessional in the reverse order as we entered. The audience is asked to remain seated.